Hi, Clay. Part 3, I guess you'd have to say. I've been planting tomatoes today. I'll show you how I'm doing it with the net cup in the bucket, so you're not setting the bucket straight down and crushing your net cup. I take a bucket and I've got 3 blocks, and I put 1 block in each corner, just like this. You can see it. And I set the net cup bucket right in there. So now you're not crushing your bucket. Then you take regular potting soil. You can get a nice scoop right down into that little cup. Then you pack it down into the cup. And what that'll do is, if it's packed down in the cup, it'll work as a wick. So you've got the dirt packed into the cup. Then you take this whole thing, both buckets, and what I've been doing, I do that, and I take I haven't got one of the plants now, but I take the sticker off the plant, and I put it on the side of the bucket so you know what you got in the bucket, Rutgers tomatoes, peppers, or whatever. Then you take this whole thing up with the plant, set the plant right inside this bucket, take it up here. What I'm doing is I'm mixing my own stuff. I've got the peat moss. I'm taking 4 shovels of the peat moss with 4 shovels of our compost from our compost pile, and I'm taking just a sprinkle of some Epsom salts and putting it in with there, maybe about a 1/4 cup or so to a wheelbarrow full. And I mix it all up. Then I put some of it in the bottom of the bucket, and then I plant my tomatoes, and then put more dirt around the tomatoes. Now what I've done already, these are still the buckets that are holding it down, but I've got the beefsteak tomatoes planted. Got 3 of those here, and then I've got a whole row of the Roma tomatoes, and I'm starting a whole row. Right now I've got 4 of them planted of the Rutgers tomatoes. But there'll be a row of Romas, a row of Rutgers, 3 of the beefsteak, and I'm going to put pak choi into these buckets, or buckets like those. I'm going to put 2 pak choi in each bucket. So that'll give me 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10 pak choi right in front of the beefsteaks. And then on the far end, I'll do the same thing with the Chinese cabbage and some more pak choi. And then on the front deck, either I can move some pak choi up there. If this gets too much sun, I'm going to take a couple leaves out or a couple of branches out of this tree so it opens it up for the lighting. But as you can see, I've got quite a bit done.
And the water reservoir.
And I have to water them after the sun goes down. I'm just going to water the buckets for now, because I still have to hook up the line to the tank. Right now there's no water in the tank, so it's not going to do me any good until we get some rain. But I can still put water in the troughs with the hose if I have to. But this evening when the sun goes down, I'll water everything that I planted. Right now the root balls that were around the tomato plants were damp and wet, so they've got enough moisture until I water them tonight. You don't want to water them in direct sun, they'll wilt. So and right now these have been in there, the beefsteak's been in there probably since I'd say 10:30, 11 o'clock, and it's almost 4 o'clock now. So they've been in there, and you can see they're not wilted, they're standing up good. So once the sun goes down, we'll water them, and I'll finish up tomorrow on the rest of the Rutgers.
And this is Mother's Day weekend. If you see it later on, this is when Clay likes to plant in New York.
Mother's Day weekend in the buckets. Everybody else waits till Memorial Weekend, which is 2 weeks from now. By the time everybody else starts their tomatoes, little tiny tomato plants in the ground, Memorial Weekend, mine will be up probably like this high. So it gives you a 2-week head start on everybody else with the bucket system, because you're not down into the cold ground. You've got warm buckets, the sun's warming all day long. And they're also getting any water they need. But you can see some of those tomatoes are really doing good from that greenhouse.
Looks beautiful.
It's been very helpful to have that greenhouse.
Looks beautiful.
All right, we have to do chores quick, and we're going to do a video from
Derek's Rabbitry.
Derek's rabbit and chicken farm.
Yep, and chicken. I forgot he said chickens. That's
he has
right.
lots of chickens. Baby chicks, big chicks. So we'll sign off now. I just wanted to show you how much I got accomplished today. I got it all leveled up. Got the float valves in place. All I have to do is run the hose, which will take 20 minutes. But it's not going to do me any good as long as the tank's empty. We need the rain. And just have to pray to the Lord provides it. Otherwise, I'll be using
The water.
water from the pipes, which also has chlorine and fluoride in it, and I really don't like using it, but that's what we've been using to water them so far, so I'd rather use the rainwater. It's more natural and better for them. Okay, this is Clay and Ruthie from Popel's Backyard Farm saying join us again and follow us, and God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.